Hey everyone, so there is new audio being reported on by the Daily Mail, another conversation between Johnny Depp and Amber Heard. This one is a phone conversation that Amber Heard initiated during their divorce. Yes, during the time of an active temporary restraining order. If you're here watching this, you know I discuss things. This will be no different. I'll pause to add context and insight, facts and information, and how those things tie together and influence my thoughts and beliefs. I'm not trying to tell anyone else what to think, just giving my 2 cents as someone who has painstakingly followed this from the beginning. This isn't the entire audio, I'm just discussing key points. If you want to hear all of it, I'll link the Daily Mail article and you can go check it out there. However, this is uncensored, so fair warning about foul language again. Okay, so the first several minutes have Amber complaining to Johnny that he and his team are the reason this didn't stay private, that they're putting everything out there, claiming that his team went straight to TMZ with his response to the divorce filing.
That's how fucked up this, like, I am having to do everything, every step I've had to make, but my hand is forced in it by really fucked up aggressive moves made on your team's behalf. And now I've got to fucking prove myself every step of the way, and it only hurts you. I don't want to hurt you. I love you.
It's hurting you. It's hurting you. And it's hurting me. But the worst fucking thing is, it's hurting.
It becomes court.
Do you want to go to court, Amber? Seriously? Do you want to go to court with this? I'm offering you right now an opportunity for us to make this finish in peace. Peaceful, man. We walk away. You go do what you gotta do. I'll go do what I gotta do. I've been through the fucking hurt. You've been through the fucking hurt. I love you more than anything in life. But I do not want to go into a fucking court with you. I do not want to fucking tarnish your name. I don't want to fucking tarnish. I don't want nothing. I want this to be done peacefully between us. And if you don't like the way that mediation is going, take me back to court, kid. Because I can't. This is the last fucking chance, Amber. This is it. Once they file those papers, we don't turn around, man. And I know you hate me, and I know you I'm telling you now, there is no call. It doesn't need to happen like this. Please, fuck's sake, trust me, man. I was not gonna help you in this. Nobody's gonna help you in this. I'm trying to help you in this. I love you. Regardless of whether we're together or not. I love you. And I have loved you. With everything in the fucking world. Whether your love was real or not. I love you. And I want this. Hey.
Can you hear me?
Of course everything I said was not heard, right? Fuck me.
I don't know where.
I know. What I was trying to say is this. Continuing through court is going to end up nothing but bad. For you and for me. It's just going to be bad. In any case. No matter whether we ruin each other or fucking not. It's going to be fucking heartbreaking. It's terrible. Let's write a fucking mutual letter that says, look, we in lieu of what's transpiring out there in the world with all this fucking crazy shit, we've decided to take this private. We're not going to go to court right now over this. We're going to try to work something out together. And then at least, at the very fucking least, I know you want to respond and I know you want to defend yourself. Listen to me. Defending yourself by throwing someone under the bus is not going to look good.
He is, for lack of a better term, extending an olive branch, telling her that he wants this to end peacefully. That sound familiar? And who knows how much of these compassionate words would have been able to be said had the phone not disconnected. Johnny pours his heart out here, letting her know, even though she isn't there, that this won't end well and will just be heartbreaking for everyone involved. He tells her that I'll Tell It Right, who has lied for Amber throughout this whole mess, is not going to help her, and that he doesn't want to tarnish her name, which he truly believed would happen if they went to court and he had to present all of his evidence and witnesses. Of course, once Amber calls him again, he gives an abridged version. This time, he suggests they write a letter to keep it private going forward, even after all the damage that had already been done to his reputation. He's willing to help her by not ruining hers. He again expresses his disbelief in her claims before she goes all out in an eye-opening monologue.
I'm not gonna. It's not about that. It would not be about me throwing you under the bus. You know what it would be? It would be released through documented people coming on the record and having the protection to do so that haven't had yet. It would be eyewitness statements. It would be evidence, tons of it, and it would be through years. And it would be unbelievable, unbelievable to imagine that either I'm in a secret fight club, or B, I've had
A secret what?
I've had a secret fight club, or that I have been plotting to do this for 3 years, and while taking pictures of it and documenting it, just saving it up for the right time when I'm not asking for any money and have nothing financial to gain from it. But no one is going to believe that. No one is going to believe that one of the two alternatives, either I'm in a fight club, or I've been going through hair and makeup, or going through makeup through all these years, where I have corroborating text messages between people that match those dates of those timestamp validated photos of either corroboration between people hearing us, or corroboration of next day, Whitney sending text message to Kevin, him responding, or the kind of stuff like between me and people in your life. It is insanely cross corroborated. Then it is a plan. I'm going to put makeup on myself and take pictures throughout years and just sit on it for years. That while having this imaginary life run parallel to it. Do you understand that the pictures I have match with text messages to my mom back and forth about it, and text messages between, say, Raquel and my mom, or Raquel and my dad, or between my two friends.
Okay, first off, did she just say nobody is going to believe that she uses makeup to paint on bruises, then takes pictures, and finally texts her friends and family about them to make sure she has proper documentation? That that is just scary. It sounds like a criminal mastermind monologuing their evil plan while the hero dangles over the shark pit. Look, I'll come back to this in a bit. Just chew on that for a second while Amber goes on to describe a specific event.
There's a text message where I tell Jody the night before I had that James Corden night show thing, where I say, "Hey Jody, I've had an accident. I think I have a busted lip. I may have a busted nose and 2 black eyes tomorrow, because I don't know how bad it will be until the morning, and we may have to cancel. But the appearance, I don't know how I'm icing it. I just, I'll let you know in the morning, and things like that. It doesn't matter. There is nothing there. Nothing. And all of that won't be me throwing you under the bus. That will be evidence in this case, which it will be criminal as well, because I cannot go on Friday and file without filing a police statement first. And the only reason I haven't filed that police statement, which has been used against me, by the way, every day, and the only reason I won't do it, I haven't done it, is because I don't want to hurt you, and that means it goes out of my hands. And we had a third party prosecutor come, and a criminal lawyer come, and they went, the problem is, hearing from you, your biggest struggle is that it's the most solid evidence case of domestic violence I've ever seen, and if you give this over to them or present any part of this, they will prosecute him. And I felt like I'm not, I would never want that for you, because it's hard for me to even understand. I don't call myself still in my head. It's hard for me to even accept any sort of victimdom ever. And
Amber, listen, here's what
I don't want to hurt you.
I understand, and I don't want to hurt you either. I'm only going to say this. I love you. I love you. And I've always loved you. And I know that, look, you do whatever you feel you have to do. I'm telling you now, it's a mistake to go to court. But if you want to go to court, we'll go to court. I would rather take care of it a different way. I think it would be very good for you, and I think it would be very good for me. But you know what,
I've
baby,
been called a liar,
baby,
and I've been called
baby,
a gold digger.
baby,
Everyone is.
baby. Amber, I didn't call you those things.
I don't want it to go. I don't want it to. I didn't want any of it. I don't want it to be.
It's been going on too long, Amber, and we just gotta stop this. Just gotta stop it.
I don't know how to get my reputation back.
This is the event I have covered with a fair amount of detail on this channel. She's talking about the incident on December 15th, 2015. I was actually in the middle of putting together an in-depth video about this particular incident when all this stuff started dropping, putting that on pause. Quick side note about that date, that was the day Amber found out she alone was going to be facing charges for smuggling her dogs into Australia and was potentially up against a large fine and jail time. Something tells me that she might not have been in the best mood that day, especially considering the man she liked to blame for everything wouldn't be facing charges with her. I'm going to be honest. I don't think Johnny has any idea what she's talking about here, and for a couple of reasons. One, it just didn't happen the way she claimed, and two, Johnny remembers that night very differently. He claims Amber attacked him that night, leaving him with these scratches and injuries to his face. He would then take her to dinner later that night while attempting to hide his injuries while Amber had no injuries. Amber says she feared for her life that night. She claimed she had several large chunks of hair pulled from her scalp while being dragged by her hair up and down stairs and across multiple condos. She claimed she got a busted lip, 2 black eyes, a nearly broken nose, all of it caused by a full bodyweight headbutt to the face and a flurry of punches and slaps from Johnny. Injuries and alleged swelling and misshapen features that would have been impossible to completely disguise with makeup. And if you want, you can go watch the clips from the show on YouTube. Here are some pictures from the show with 0 injuries and no apparent discomfort or fear of reopening the less than day-old wounds while she made exaggerated facial features. Numerous witnesses have come forward to testify that Amber lied and was completely uninjured the day following the alleged life-threatening assault, including the property manager, Kevin Murphy, and Amber's own stylist for the show, Samantha McMillan, who actually worked with Amber throughout the day when she was makeup-free and without injury. Does she have any witnesses? No. None have come forward to give testimony to support her claims, but she has pictures and text. You know, like when she said nobody will believe that she painted on injuries, then took pictures and made sure to text someone about it. In fact, her stylist testified that at the end of the day, on December 16th, Amber told her friend Raquel to make sure to get those pictures onto my computer. Just a few days later, Amber would be spotted at a flea market and then took a trip to Johnny's Island soon after for a holiday getaway and a photo shoot, still uninjured. Johnny gives no credence to these allegations at all. He just tries to calm her and tells her he loves her. He then says for her to do whatever she has to do, clearly not shaken by the
Evidence. Tons of it.
she just tried to scare him with. Not to mention the biggest, most solid case of domestic violence the prosecutor had ever seen. Does anybody else see this as an intimidation tactic, considering what we know now and what they clearly knew then about who the aggressor and the abuser was in their relationship? Also, Johnny has maintained his innocence throughout, and he yet again, because she's bragging about all the evidence she has gathered and sat on for years waiting for the right time, tells her that if she wants to go to court, they'll go to court, seeming almost resolved that he doesn't have to tell her the amount of evidence and witnesses he has, but just that it will end badly.
IO called the
I did not
cops.
call the cops.
You told IO to call the
I did
cops.
not. I did not call the cops, and I did not give them any statement when they came. I've been trying to protect you.
You told IO to call the cops.
When? While it was happening?
Yeah.
Okay, briefly, they do discuss the cops being called on May 21st, 2016, while it was happening. And keep in mind that it, according to Amber, was that she was assaulted that night. You know the whole story. The phone thrown at the face, the hair pulled, the repeated hits to the face. Johnny doesn't agree with this at all. In fact, this night in May, he claims he was standing across the room when Amber screamed while on the phone with her friend I.O. for Johnny to stop hitting her and to call 911. It, according to Johnny, was nothing but verbal after he had called Kevin Murphy, who was ultimately cussed and yelled at by Amber for telling Johnny the truth about Amber leaving poop in the bed a month prior after her April birthday party following another physical attack against Johnny.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, because the last time that it got crazy between us, I really did think I was going to lose my life, and I thought you would do it on accident. And I told you that. I said, oh my God, I thought for the first time.
Amber, I lost a fucking finger, man. Come on. I had a mineral can of mineral spirits thrown at my nose.
I think it's odd that it appears she's trying to convince him the last time things, quote, got crazy between them that she honestly did think she was going to lose her life. But the interesting part is that she's very vague. Something she tends to do when she knows that she physically assaulted him, even says it was him doing whatever he vaguely did on accident. My opinion, and again, not telling anyone what to think here, but I honestly believe that if Johnny ever had to defend himself, push her away or off of him, which he has said he has had to do at times to escape, she sees that as him being abusive, and equally so. Even trying to convince him she once thought it would kill her on accident. Basically, she abused him, and if he ever defended himself, she would play it up as being just as bad as what she was doing, even informing him that he hurt her in doing so. This theory is supported by his response. Of course, he actually suffered injuries from her assaults, some of which hospitalizing him, like throwing a vodka bottle and slicing off the tip of his finger in Australia the previous year. That is an injury that caused him to contract MRSA on 3 separate occasions and actually could have cost him his life. He clearly is not okay with her comparing him defending himself to escape as being on the same level as the severe injuries that she very intentionally inflicted on him. And her response to him pointing out how she has violently injured him is chilling.
You can please tell people that it was a fair fight and see what the jury and judge thinks. Tell the world, Johnny. Tell them, Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp, man, I'm a victim too of domestic violence, and
yes.
It's a fair fight. And see how many people believe or side with you.
It doesn't matter if it's a fair fight. My ass.
Exactly, because you're bigger and you're stronger. And so when I say that I thought you could kill me, that doesn't mean you counter with you also that you lost your own finger. I am not trying to attack you here. I'm just trying to point out the fact of why I said call 911. Because you had your hands on me after you threw a phone in my face, and it got crazy in the past, and I truly thought I need to stop this madness before I get hurt.
Oh my God.
And I never think about myself that way. I never defend myself that way. I never see myself as a victim. It's to a fault,
All right. Yeah.
Tell the world that I, Johnny Depp, am a victim and see how many people believe or side with you. That, much like everything else we've heard over the past week, just paints a completely different and more disturbing picture than the one she wanted. And then you can almost hear her trying to convince herself and honestly seemingly remind herself of what she claimed happened that night, even though she tells on herself a little when she says, before I got hurt, but according to her perjurious testimony, she was already hurt. It just sounds really bizarre, doesn't it? When Johnny realizes this, he says, oh my God, as if to say, oh my God, she really does believe this is what happened. Then, as she continues to boast about never seeing herself as a victim, you can almost picture his eyes roll as he throws his hands up with, all right, yeah, like, whatever you say, Amber. It's so strange hearing the gears turn in real time in her head.
Okay, listen.
Every step of the way.
All right, listen. Here's the. All right, fine. You believe what you believe. I'm gonna call these people. I'm gonna take care of this. See what the fuck is going on. I will get back to you. Otherwise, listen. As far as I can tell right now, it sounds like you want to go to court and you want to fuck this up real bad.
I just want to clear my name. I've been telling all the lawyers this from the beginning, and your lawyers knew this.
You cannot clear up your name now.
Don't let them lie to you. Don't let them lie to you. I have said only this from the very beginning. I only have my integrity. And the unfortunate thing is...
What about mine?
Taking it a step further.
What about mine?
She seems to only care that her reputation might end up suffering from the truth getting out. So I guess the only solution was to keep trying to destroy Johnny and hopefully convince him that he is an abuser and to take the punishment in her place. It's the only option, right? He even tells her, fine, believe what you believe, and that they'll just go to court. After Amber gets angry about Johnny's security team giving a statement that she was the violent one in the relationship, she says that she accidentally recorded one of them, Jerry Judge, saying that he did not acknowledge any violence. She says they'll have to say that under oath before Johnny reminds her that she will have to do the same with her stories. So why not just come right out and ask if she really does believe all this? Well, that's exactly what he did.
You're gonna have to do this under oath too, you know.
I will, because the unfortunate part is, I can talk about all of this.
Do you believe all this, Amber? Do you believe all this?
Oh, yeah, the fuck out of yes.
You believe I'm an abuser. You believe I'm an abuser.
In May, in December, in April.
Do you believe you're an abuser? Do you believe you abused me physically?
Do I physically believe? I mean, do I believe I physically abused you?
Yes.
Do you know I'm 115? Well, not anymore, but I was 115 pounds. I'm a 115-pound woman, and you're going to say I have the capacity to abuse.
That's not the question. That's not the question.
Have I ever been able to knock you off of your feet?
You started.
Off your balance?
You started these things.
You're going to get up on the stand, Johnny, and say she started it? Really? I have never been able to overpower you. That's the difference between me and you.
Why did you try?
And that's the difference that the whole world and the jury and the judge will see, is that there is a very big difference between me and you.
Her shift in tone, at least to me, is so bone-chilling here. I really don't know how to describe it. The way she goes from frantic, vague yelling about why she thinks he is an abuser to absolute silence before cold and collected thoughts. She admits to trying to overpower him and knock him off his feet, saying it as if it was an actual goal, something that she would strive to achieve throughout her numerous physical onslaughts. And much like the previous recording, he reminds her that she initiated and started every single physical episode. And she doesn't deny it, and in fact confirms it by doubling down and mocking him with a whining voice, questioning if he's going to take the stand and say, she started it. And she was banking on the fact that he is a man and bigger and stronger to convince a jury there's no way she could have hurt him. Again, insulting him with this whole, no one will believe you phrasing. I mean, she sounds like a playground bully here, and let's just call this what it is. An abuser trying to discourage their victim from speaking up and telling the truth, from telling their side, by saying no one is going to believe you. After more blaming and verbal berating by Amber that Johnny and his team caused all of this, Johnny starts to stand up for himself a bit more.
You cannot think that it's just my side. You're fucking killing me. Your fucking people are trying to kill me. You've turned me into a... My boy has to go to school. My boy goes to school and has kids go, so your fucking dad's a wife beater? You don't think about that, Amber.
You don't think that's also my family and all the death threats that me and every single person in my immediate circle of friends and family is getting also matters? And you don't think I...
Death threats?
You people put this out. You didn't want this out. Why security come on the record and lie? Then, that's a proactive measure. Then why did your divorce attorney get the file for divorce, period, at all? Second, why did she have to go and get it from TMZ? Why, if you wanted it private, is TMZ being fed information literally by Laura Walker and Marty Singer every step of the way? My DD, my arrest record? What's next in the media? The rumors that I'm just stripping? Of course I can expect that next. I've known every step of the way, every single step of the way, everything you give them. You don't think
I'd give them? That's it. I'd give them. I'll see you in court. No, I'll fucking see you in court. I will fucking see you in court. I never fucking said that. I never told anyone that. You fucking trusted me with that, and I've never fucking told anyone that. And you know what, Amber? This is me. This is me saying, I tried. And thank you, and I will see you in fucking court. You don't want to fucking make nice? I'm trying. But you know what? I loved you for so many fucking years, but you know what? You didn't exist. You don't exist. You're not there. You were a fucking made up thing in my head. And I can't believe you're doing this to me.
Stop.
Can't believe it.
There's no need to be cruel on top of it.
You've been nothing but cruel, and I'm going to court with you.
I'm sitting here defending myself, and it makes you so angry.
You have not let up. You keep blaming. No, what you just said.
I'm defending myself.
What you just said to me. What you just said to me. You're defending yourself against me about something I didn't fucking do, and I'm not gonna fight with you because I know this shit lasts forever.
I did it. I could expect it next. I am defending myself.
Excuse me, I'll be right.
I am defending myself.
Excuse me.
I'm defending myself to you on the phone right now, and you're attacking me.
Excuse me, I'll be right back.
Things to me on top of it.
Can you give me 1 minute, please? May I have 1 minute, please? I'll be right back.
You know what? Good for him. There. I said it and I meant it. He got so tired of her blaming him for everything while also very publicly lying about what really happened in their relationship. You know, it's just sad when he clearly still cared and loved her for him to say she didn't exist. And notice how her tone completely changes. She thought she could keep intimidating him and verbally beating him down, and then the moment he was fed up and said, "That's it, I'll see you in court," she becomes much more concerned and timid in her tone. Funny how that works, isn't it? Also, she was a stripper. Okay, well, that's new information. I mean, whatever you gotta do, make your money. I'm not here to judge that at all. I'm just glad that when he realized he was getting heated, he did the right thing. And the very thing she hated most. He split. I'll keep the closing brief. Now, I'm not asking anyone to think their marriage wasn't toxic or that for many reasons it could have ended much sooner than this. Some of you might come away with this thinking, well, they're both terrible. I disagree. Some of you might be trying to cling to the idea that they were mutually abusive, and I can't stop you. I can just say again that I disagree. But even if you do still believe that, in spite of everything we know now, then that still means Amber Heard lied almost 4 years ago. Look, Johnny Depp isn't asking anyone to think he's perfect, but he has been begging for years for you to simply listen. Amber Heard abused Johnny Depp. There's no denying that now. She told him to go ahead and tell the world and that the world would never believe him. And I can only hope the world proves her wrong. Thanks everyone for watching. If you have any questions, I'll try to get around to them as much as I can. I know I didn't go into a huge amount of detail about some things, but that is what I plan to do going forward, and these videos are already long enough. So until next time, if there is a next time, take care.